So Sean, why don't you kind of tell us about why you even started Warrior Health? And then we're going to go all over the place, but let's talk about the main meat of why we're here.
Yeah. It was, I want to say it was back. So I started the organization back in 2018. We got our official IRS certification in May of 2018, and we were off to the races. But before that, waking up in the morning, just keeping in touch with guys in the community, it was always the same story. It's like, why do I feel this way? Why do I just get in the car and I get to where I'm going, but I don't remember how I got there. I don't remember taking a left turn or a right turn. So that lethargy, was definitely prevalent across anybody you talk to in the community we came from. And so I started doing a little bit of investigating on, why is it that we feel the way we do? Disconnected, maybe some issues at home, sometimes a little bit of excessive drinking, and that's never the answer. But mainly the point that I wanted to get the answer to was, why is the VA not doing anything? And the VA's answer almost 99.9% of the time was, oh, hey, what's your name? Okay, you're feeling like this. Here's a big bottle of opiate-based pills. Come see us in 3 months. Oh, what was the problem again? It's like here's the answer that they think, and guys take those and just end up taking them. They go into a funk. They get into a fog. They end up disappearing in the garage with a bottle of whiskey, and it's just never good. I didn't think that was the answer, and so I wanted to find a more natural, holistic based option. And so I started looking into it. I found a couple of studies online that were done. One was by Air Force Research Lab, showing the severe decrease in testosterone, specifically in guys that were going through Ranger School. Ranger School, as you probably know, is pretty intense, and there's a lot of sleepless nights. Or if you do get any sleep, it's just a couple of hours, and then you're on the move again. But I think from the ages of guys from like 19, 20 years old up to about 28 years old, they were noticing about a 60 to 70% decrease in testosterone levels when guys were finished with that training block of instruction. Whether it improves when they get back to their unit, that's a different story. I don't think they tallied up the levels at that point. Then you get into the other aspect of now you're training for real world combat, then you're going overseas, working really odd hours, almost exclusively at night. So your circadian rhythm's all messed up. And these explosive blasts that you're exposed to, especially on the ground, repeated exposure to concussive blast waves was a real issue. And then you combine that with working odd hours, lack of sleep. Everybody's going to get it. And the answer, what's the answer? Do we stop breaching doors? We got to get in somehow, either the wall, the door. You guys are flying and you're cranking off, miniguns and 50 cals on the side. I'm sure you get that concussive blast wave while you're in the seat. So it's every aspect of special operations is exposed to this in some way, shape, or form. And hormone levels are in the tank, vitamin levels are in the tank, and there's a lot of injuries that come with it. And so we don't take a cookie cutter approach. We'll analyze every individual operator's labs, and we'll tailor a program that's specific to them. And it's so far we've got over 600 guys in the program now. About half of them are Naval Special Warfare. The other half are Army Special Operations, either Ranger Battalion, the Special Forces Community, nice Special Operations Aviation Regiment. And we also have some MARSOC.
Yeah, you said something that really hits home, because I know at least 20, 25 folks in the program that I'm very close to, and all of us are doing something a little different, but all of us can talk the same thing. We talk about our blood. You guys educated us on where to look. The crazy thing is you nailed it. I'm a product of an older generation, and the blast we received then, going back even further, we never wore hearing protection. For years, ballistic armor didn't exist. And then we started getting into doing blasts where There was no such thing as a, safe offset or anything like that. And your body's taking it. And then in everybody's retirement process, they go and they get this brain scan and we have the white spots. But what do they hand us?
Mhm.
They hand us opioid based stuff that doesn't actually treat it. And there is no answer. And you guys are treating it. So it's huge. I never got anything off the pills of what I actually did when I was properly treated and knew how to look at my blood. So I think what you guys are doing is game changing.
Oh, thank you for that. It's been an interesting road. We're now just entering our 7th year of operation, and they always say, like, well, if you can make it past year 2 or 3, you're good. But it's a grind. It's a grind. We get zero federal funding, so everything that we get, the money that we raise is raised on our own from the private community.
Right. And I know you do some incredible fundraisers where the people actually show up. The one I joined you with down in Naples, they actually got taken quite well care of. I mean, it was a good, it was almost like a capex of watching an event, watching you rope out of the little bird in a suit was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But no, so how many total former operators do you have in the program right now?
Yeah, we're just over 600 now.
Okay. And it takes, isn't it about somewhere around $5,000 an operator to get them through a year?
Yeah, when we first started out, the number we had come down to was $5,000 a year per operator, which spread over the course of 12 months comes out to $466 a month, so $466 a month. The more people we get in, we see that number coming down a little bit. We're able to enter into negotiations with different compounding pharmacies and vitamin or peptide producers that can lower the price for us ordering in bigger volume.
So tell anybody that's listening, how can they contribute to Warrior Health? How do they get a hold of you? Where do they find you?
It would be great to get their support. WarriorHealthFoundation.org is our website. And, there's options on there to donate. You can donate, a small amount. You can donate on a monthly or an annual recurring basis. But every dollar counts.
Yeah. So something we did here at Born Primitive last month is we just put a donate button for every sale. And, it was something new for us. It was a test. And I think we know how to do better at it now, but we at least help get, an operator or two through the year for you next year. And I think we're going to continue to do that. But for businesses, there's a lot of businesses in the industry. I just came back from Soft Week in Tampa, literally flew back this morning for this podcast. And if you think about all the businesses there and you think about I won't mention the names, but the big parties, the yachts and this, that, and the other, I think that money better spent can be actually treating the operators. And if you guys, without getting on a soapbox, if you don't look at the number of veterans we're losing every day and suicide and things like that, what you started talking about is when guys get in a deep corner and start drinking and stuff like this, hormonal imbalance can lead to all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, so this is a preventative. Again, it doesn't make you Superman, but damn sure gets you back in the game, right?
Yeah, and just to be clear, what our mission is. Our mission is to mitigate the effects of operator syndrome in post 9/11 special operations veterans. And I just read a buddy of ours who is in the program. He sent me an article where I think the Congress is now giving the green light for a 10-year study on traumatic brain injuries and how it affects our vets. So possibly 10 years from now, we might have something that might lead to some form of a protocol or answer for these guys. But 10 years, I can't wait that long.